I want to talk a moment about true non-duality. So a lot of the Advaita traditions, the very old traditional schools of spirituality, they would say that it's all just a dream. Life is a dream. It's all just energy moving, rising and falling, being created, moving, disappearing. And that is true. That is very true in one level. But there is an ascension process. So that is, the fact that it's all just energy moving is only half of the coin. Form exists. And there is an ascension process in which we begin to rise, we begin to develop ourselves into enlightened beings, into loving beings. So we begin to literally be able to hold more light. Okay, so light is the light of awareness. So you begin to transcend your ego structures, soul structures, and at some point you can end up, which I'm not there, you can end up at that point where it is all energy just moving, it's all just karma freeing itself, and you're still very grounded in form. You're a living master. And it's all just light. I want to talk about the process of channeling and holding more light in our awareness, in our life, in our being. So light is awareness, actually. And the more where we become, the higher our vibration is. The old shadows, so the pieces of the past that are still affecting the present, are holding you at a lower vibration. So all the childhood traumas, all that stuff, any identification with anything really, because it's just the present moment. And so essentially, the universe conspires through vibration to destroy anything that's not in the present. So you're literally going to attract all the things that are going to help you free yourself. So you're going to attract all the partners, relationship partners, that are going to show you your shadows and the parts of yourself you'd rather not see, which is good. This is a built-in law of into the universe, which is very good. So I want to speak about how we begin to bring more light into our bodies. So a common way people do this is starting with the food, very basic. You start to eat healthier. If you've ever dieted or done more austerities with your diet, so eating really healthy, starting to eat maybe raw, or trying that a bit, or just really cleaning up your diet, juicing, you begin to notice that so you're literally freeing up energy that would be in digestion, and you have more energy. So and more light now. So the shadows begin to vibrate. So what a common pitfall, people start to eat really healthy and they start to feel good, but then they actually go in, because the shadow is starting to vibrate more, they actually go into their neurosis even more. And this is a big thing I've seen in the raw food communities, where there's a total identification with the eating. So at the same time you're running more light through your body, you're actually intensifying your shadow, your ego structure, which is part of the process. But at some point you need to become aware of it, and you need to transcend it. So more ways to become aware of how to channel more light is, I think yoga. I'm a yoga teacher. I think yoga is one of the most phenomenal ways to run more light through your system. And then you start to do the pranayama, you do the yoga poses, you do the breathing. And so I actually have some videos on that if you've never done some free yoga classes on YouTube and on breathing. So I would check those out. So then we get into, so those are very physical. But now we're getting into the more interpersonal ways. So we have a spiritual practice. And this is where we bring a tremendous amount of awareness. So we begin to do a daily, maybe sitting meditation in silence and just be with what is arising. No need to make any meaning of anything. You just be with it. 20, 30 minutes. If you have an hour, great. Another practice is to just have a 365 day a year, 24 hours a day meditation. So you just bring more conscious awareness into your life. And then you begin to bring this conscious awareness into relationship. So you find other people who have spiritual practices, groups, satsangs, that are willing to really communicate and say, okay, this is arising in me. Is that a judgment? I mean, and not as that as a judgment, but is that a projection of me, or is that really arising in you? And you can really begin to clear up reality, like what's really going on. And then you can see what's mine, what's yours. And you realize there's a lot more stuff that's yours than you think. And then, of course, prayer is very powerful to channeling more light through your... Actually, that's probably the most gentle way to do it. It's just prayer. Whatever way you pray. I have a video on one that I prefer. Just pray in the morning with your meditation. Pray before you go to bed, whatever. Very gentle way to hold more light. And at some point, the masters say you just hold the light. You just don't stop going in and out. You just hold it unwaveringly. And I would probably say that this is not, that there's more to it. So it doesn't end with this physical reality. There's more. They call the ascended masters. There's light beings, astral beings that can help more and more and more and more.